it's hard, right? Like you know what it's like, right? Like you're out there, you're searching for solutions, nothing's working. You know what I mean? All these things feel like they're false promises. So you can get real jaded as a guy, like going through this, because you're like, who do I freaking trust? Like, what's real? What's not real? You know, I guess what was it for you that made you feel confident in our process and what we do, you know, when you were learning about it? And like, what advice would you give to another man who's like looking at this, trying to get this solved permanently so he doesn't have to deal with it again, doesn't have to castrate himself with all these surgeries, injections, and pills and stuff like that? Like, what would be your advice to him when he's looking at something like this and maybe a little bit skeptical? Like, what would you say to somebody like that? And, you know, coming from where you did and taking the plunge, right, of trusting the process and everything like that.
Um, I get it, just in terms of like an easy way out, because I do feel like the ED pills and things like that, like I feel like that's like an easy way out, and it really doesn't solve the issue. It just like, puts a band-aid on it until those stop working for you. But what you asked me about, like why I picked you guys, is actually pretty easy. So prior to this, I was in like I ended up doing another like program, and the format was a little bit different. It's kind of it had the calls, but there really wasn't like someone with, like, I would say, that gave true guidance. And I felt like when I joined, I told Xander the issues that I was having, and he had the ability to tailor like my like what like I should do to my issues, which I felt like was great. So it wasn't like what I would do before would just be like a blanket issue, like a blanket sheet for everyone to follow. And everyone doesn't have the same issues. Like, like it's different. And I felt like when it came to you guys, that's one of the things that I asked you on that call. I said, like, what like how do I know this is going to be tailored to me? Like, like my ED issues may not be the same as someone else. They may deal with, like, PE. And you assured me, you said, hey, like, we're going to tailor your treatment to you and your issues. And that's what I went off of. And the best decision I made in my life, to be honest. So yeah, man. So I get the skepticism, but you know, um, just talking to you guys, and like, just like feeling like, that how much you guys really want to help like the community in like this manner. Because like I said, man, holistically is different, man. Like, I don't have to deal with like a lot of the other issues that like these drugs bring now. I don't do that. So, and I'm grateful for that, to be honest. I'm happy that like I was able to do it before, like, I went down that rabbit hole. And yeah, man. So
Yeah,
I
because it
get it.
seems it's a lot harder to climb out. You know, you can still climb up to a certain extent. As you know, obviously, once you go past the implant surgery, it's kind of like there's
Mhm.
no back. But at least we can bring people back from pretty far. But it definitely makes it a lot easier if you haven't gone too far down the rabbit hole.